What's up, everybody? I haven't been on here in a while, so I'm back. So I've been getting a lot of downloads. Actually, I'll wait. I'm gonna wait. Hey. All right, guys. So I got a lot of shit to say. So I'm just gonna, I got a lot of downloads, but I'm also gonna pull cards too. Watch your mouth, or you will get deleted. I'm back. I'm really, really back. Yeah. How are you guys? I hope you guys are doing good. But while I was gone, I was getting a lot of downloads, a lot of messages straight from, divine, a lot. But it's help you guys. Here it is, man. And I'm going ham. I'm gonna tell you how to break these hexes. I'm gonna tell you how to break these curses, and I'm gonna tell you, I'm about to say the truth, and they don't want me to speak the truth. So here it is. They're not gonna like me. I even said the other day I'm the whistleblower. I don't give a fuck. So, but this is gonna help you guys get unstuck. What up, Julius? What up, June? Yeah. So, guys, hit the like, subscribe. It helps the channel. If you'd like to donate, my Cash App will be linked at the bottom. It keeps the channel going. Also, anyone with bad intentions, anyone who tries to hex, curse, come against my purpose, anyone to do, even family members, anyone who is trying to do spell work, black magic, anything that is dark, return back to sender in advance times a bajillion. You got it? I'm just going to say that once. You've been warned. Otherwise, you can sit back and pay attention because this is going to help you. Okay? All right. I just don't give a fuck. So anyways, so right now they're bringing fear in. So fear and this illusion is different piece. What do they pay attention to? Pay attention to synchronicities. Pay attention to cycles. What happens this time every year? What happens this time every year? I don't know about you guys, but I've been around narcissists, whether it's family, friends, relationships, job situations, right? This time of year, what happens? You get attacked by family members. Your money slows down. You're worried about this bill. Something comes up. Your relationship ends. You're with this, that. Chaos magic, this, that. They try to fuck with your head. But now let me break it down for you right here. Okay? This is your temple right here. It always says protect your temple, which is your mind, right? When they say conscious, subconscious, that is your conscious is your masculine side, subconscious is your feminine side. So meaning everything comes in here, right? What you're watching, what you're listening to, how you're speaking to yourself, what you're focused on. So what do they try to, and that side, subconscious, and that's what we hear, right? So like in the Bible, what paradigm are you reading it? So when it says, when you're in a marriage, like that is, sorry, excuse me. It's like, slow down. But that's the yin and the yang. So once you balance both sides, that's your masculine and feminine side. That is your temple. Protect your temple. So that's, what you're listening to, what you're letting in. Because right now they come at you with what? Chaos, illusions, fear. Here comes the bills. Your money slows down. That's an illusion, but it lowers your frequency because what that is, that's your manifesting. So you cannot manifest. Money is a frequency, right? If your frequency is here, it's going to slow everything down, but it comes faith, not fear. Also, too, it also does that because, example, it puts you in a weird spot. So here comes the people, like, I'll use myself as an example. My family wanted to get me kicked out. Take everything from me. I fucking take my shit. Or, you know, I have people do this and that and that and that. And they're like, oh, here's this. Oh, what's the matter? You need help, when they're the ones that were doing it. Right? Now I had to wake up and think, I'm so thankful they did do that. You know why? Because it put me in a better place and made me stronger. You know, the Bible don't set you up for the shit that we go through in life. It really doesn't. Does it teach you how to deal with these fucking weirdos out here? Does it teach you how to deal with these hoes out there? Does it teach you how to all of it? No. No, it doesn't. And guess where all the money goes? Straight to the government. You know what I mean? So I mean, it's just, I feel like it's how a man defeated his demons and what he went through. And what paradigm are you reading it? Because most people, they read it this way, even over and over, and this is what it is. And they read that one book. But they're still like, their mind hasn't even evolved yet. You know, so like there's so many things, if you really read it, you know, if you're reading it from a higher consciousness, you know, there's many books out there. Okay? Anyways, so they want to keep you stuck in fear. They want to create chaos, right? To distract and block you from your main goal and what you're trying to do, to keep you stuck in another cycle. Now, what they try to do, they try to set up, you know, to keep you busted, broke, behind, or it doesn't even matter what it is. And then, you know, or maybe, you know, you break up, right? Because you learned your worth. And I guess who comes around this time of year, every time of the year? Guess who just comes knocking at your door? Isn't it weird? Pay attention. That's nice to have your Bible on your desk. Anyways, knowledge is within. So actually, there's many books. So anyways, now, like I had a landlord who, with my family, did some evil shit because I'm in my life purpose. I'm out there helping people. And I just want to tell you guys too, you're like, why is everyone always fucking me? Why is it? Because we're different. We're a threat to people. We're always going to get fucked with. People are always going to stare at us. People are always going to talk shit. They're trolls. Remember Monsters, Inc.? Remember how the monsters get their energy from fear? Whoa, you jump out and say, if they get the fear, that's how they get their energy. But we ain't scared of shit. Fear is an illusion. What the fuck you say? There ain't nothing to be scared of. That's how you feed the enemy. That's how they get their energy. You know, a lot of people at jobs and stuff, you got these hoes in the background, ha ha, he he, trying to fuck with you. You know what? Let me tell you this. You know what? You starve that demon. Or you walk with a smile on your face. You already won. You won when they already hated you. You are a threat. So you know what you do? Put a smile on your face and don't give them any of your energy. Kill that demon. Kill that 1-800. We don't give a fuck. Who the fuck is that? You know what I mean? They do all this time of year. Now, remember, do not take, and it could be family members. So family members fuck with me this time. Oh, here's some food. You need help. When they're the ones, you know, doing black mat. What up, bro? One room shed. When they're the one, you know, doing hexes, curses, black magic. But, oh, we go to church. Our words hold power. Do you understand me? I know how my next day is going to be. I see it. Everything that we speak, everything that we think holds power. So when it says, I am, God says, I am, he's the creator. I am. So are you. You are, I am strong. I am this, I am that. Who are you? So that's when I say, don't say I'm broke. Say, I'm rich, I'm abundant. I'm happy, healthy, I am safe, because that's who you are. And that's what they want to try to do. That's why they project, right? They project because they want you to speak that. Take your power back. Once you understand who you are and the strength that you have and the power that you hold, if you're a divine being, if you have a special purpose, you know you're never gonna go anywhere and someone's not gonna fuck with you. It's just what it is. You know what I mean? It's just what it is. But once you know your power, they can't fuck with you. You know what I mean? So remember, fear is illusion. Don't feed them. They cannot touch you. And remember, our words hold power. Speak it. Return back to sender. I send that, I ask justice. I call my spirit guides. You know what I mean? I rebuke them. Because you have to speak it out loud. And once you do that, it's written. You know what I mean? But now remember, too, we're not going to act like them, and we don't wish, when you hear death spells, it means they want to come against your money. They want a death to your finances, which is your stability. A death spell when they want to attack your spirit, spiritual attacks. We are spirits. So spiritual attacks are when they're attacking your mind, your stability, your body, your soul, everything, right? That's a spiritual attack. You attack another person, you're talking bad behind their back, right? You're attacking their finances, you're attacking their character, you're attacking their spirit, you fucking with their day. That's a spiritual attack. That's a citation. That's a citation over here, So, mind you, you've been caught, right? Just saying. So when they're over there judging, they're so focused on you. Let them. Because like I said, checkmate is when you walk in the room smiling, unbothered, and just doing your job. You're the shit. Just by walking in the room. Just by walking in the room. Just because you're happy. Just because they see your light. You know what I mean? Their spirit, they feel it. Because last time I checked, we don't do that shit. Who does that? Fucking trolls. What's a troll? A ball with arms and legs and feet that come out like that, that talk shit, that are ugly inside and outside. Inside ugly, outside ugly, right? And then they all got together, right? Right. So now they're doing that, and then you get invited to, say, a Christmas party, or say, a family thing. Do not eat the food. Do not take anything from them, because I'm going to explain something. So say, like my landlord, he, I could actually counter sue him. I had to shop vac my basement for 2 years, okay? 2 years, because he would not fix it. Now, if I want to look at the contract, in the contract, it says he's supposed to do his part. I could, with the water, electric, all this stuff that came against the code when I called inspection. So he failed on his part. But yet, when I called the inspection, after 2 years of shop vacuuming, every day dumping that shit, I'm going to sell the house, sends me eviction to make me look bad, turn around, and my family were all, it was like a big group collaboration, which is fine because actually I'm way better. That fucking house is sinking and it worked out in my favor. So I know y'all watching. Thank you, because you're going to have to just watch me get everything that I want. But anyways, he wants to do that. Now there's a 5-day quit, right? June told me that. So if they accept the money within the 5 days, it cancels it, it starts it over. Now, same thing, spiritual contracts and stuff on the 3D. Because what it's called, when people do stuff behind the scenes and then it's like, oh, here's a gift. Yep, he violated contract. Now, it's reverse when people come in and try to give you gifts, right? Yeah, he did violate it. But actually, I could take him to court because in the contract, on my lease, he's supposed to do his part and he didn't for 2 years. So actually he owes me money. Just saying. So anyways, same thing works. Like they try to put you in this bad situations and they're like, oh, here's some food. Or at the Christmas party, I just made these cookies and, blah, blah, blah. Or don't accept it because it's kind of like the 5-day quit. If you accept it, it's earth magic. It keeps you, it's a binding spell. You guys get what I'm saying? Am I breaking it down? Do not take any gift, food, or anything. The judge violated too. Yep. They both did. And guess what? Now they're in spiritual court because I called judgment on them. Anyone, yeah, I called judgment on anyone who came against me and anyone involved. I put it in the higher ups. So that's what I'm saying. They're in spiritual court. Because I got Libra highly aspected in my chart. And actually, if you go to Egyptians times, who is the closest to God? Leos were in the room. Libras were in the room. Gemini was in the room. 1, 2, 3. The first people in the room. But anyways, you got Libra in your chart. We are the law. Don't accept anything that if they're hexing, cursing, because it's that energy they put in there. Unless they have good intentions, pure intentions, because it's a contract. Anything taken as a contract, just like, our words are contract, our actions, it's all contracts, right? So how do you break the hexes and the curses and break that cycle? How do you break that cycle? Guys, first of all, take your power back, know your worth. Just by taking food. Oh, here, I made you this. That's poison. Like a lot of people, you'll watch tarot readings and you're like, don't accept the poison. You think there's like real poison in food, but it's actually poison. That's energy, right? That's just as bad. My boss randomly offers pizza sometimes. I skip it because I feel like I'm selling my soul to the devil and I feel like I owe some. See? That's exactly what it is. It's earth magic. It's an exchange of energy. Pizza, money, anything. Don't eat the pizza. This is the truth. So you guys know that. And it happens around this time of year all the time. And then why do you think they put holidays at this time of year? And then your money slows down and, this bill comes up and this bill. And then gets stressed out. So it lowers your frequency when this time right now is one of the highest manifesting times right now. So they keep you bound by lower your frequency. Like, oh, what am I going to do? I owe this person. You know what? Do what you can do. Keep moving forward and everything's going to be fine. They keep that fear. Now you have fear, you have worry and anxiety. And what is that doing? It's feeding. You're giving them your energy, right? Right? What is fear and anxiety? Like, you can only do what you can do. And that's all. That's all. Fuck it. But that's what I mean by say, take your power back, faith, not fear. Because once you do that, you're breaking out of the matrix. What is that? Like, tap the screen. If water is filling all the way up, tap the glass and it'll shatter. It's all an illusion. They keep you trapped in this illusion going over and over and over, right? So then, know your boundaries. You got, well, it's just family, this and that. Why are you even going there? If they're the ones coming, it's usually family, or people you grew up with are the closest people that you need. Well, I feel bad. Feel bad for what? Bitch, take your power back. Fucking grill a steak outside or order some tacos and chill in peace. But that's what I'm saying. You go over there when it's fucking fake. You need to know You need to know your worth, because you just going over there when you know they've been behind your back, behind the scenes, is like they just play in your face. You're giving them your power. Like, it's time to wake up, y'all. Anyways, what else was I gonna say? Oh, so I had a dream. They're not even a real family, you know. I mean, so I'm gonna go over this dream. I kept having these dreams, right? And I was in a mall. I was in malls, right? And in different strip clubs. I'm like, why the fuck is a strip club in malls, right? And there's different stores. I'm always looking for shoes. Shoes meant my foundation, right? So my foundation, so I fucked up or something in these shoes. But the one dream, and like for years, I'm like, what is this, right? So in this one dream, the guy goes, there's a store in the mall, and the guy, it was like a baby fetus, right? So like, you know, when someone's pregnant and they see the fetus in there, and he bought it, and he had a belt on, and he put it in his belt, and he got a whole bunch of energy. He's like, so I'm like, what the fuck is that, right? He's energy. So I was at work the other day, and I was talking to one of the girls. We're talking about dreams and stuff, and she goes, you know, in Mexico, they have strip clubs and malls, and I seen a bunch of little kids just running around. Oh, it was so weird. I go, they're trafficking kids in there. They're trafficking, because I had a dream with airports, and there's a bunch of kids. I was going this way, and there's like my mother was walking with a bunch of kids, little kids, trafficking them. My mom's false prophet. She's the one who came up against me most. But listen, so what I got from that, okay, so people, a lot of people, I don't watch the news or anything. I didn't know that. I said, that's fucked up. I said, you know, how much am I supposed to do something like, you know, maybe the right person will see this, and that's fucked up. But it also, I got a second meaning from that people are sacrificing, they're stealing your energy. You know, they're not even just, you know, trafficking kids, they're trafficking adults by taking your energy, you know. They're stealing your purpose, they're stealing your energy. It's time to shut it down, right? 11/11, 23. When they say death magic, it means that they're trying to slow you down on your purpose, whether it's from relationships in your life, whether it's from your finances, whether it's they come against your character, you know, so no one will listen to you, or they try to take, you know, flip it, you know what I mean? So it's like, with me, I had groups of people that all the, like, I found out, I already saw my dreams. I see stuff years in advance what they're doing. But it's like, how you improve, you know, my dream state. I see a lot of things in my dreams, okay? A lot. Even in other countries, shit, I've never been in. I see when people are doing stuff. Okay, so I'm just like, whatever. I don't really give a fuck what they're doing. But I see it. So what they're doing, remember, our words hold power. Going back to what I just was talking about in the beginning, what we speak comes into fruition. Okay? When they hex and curse and they bring chaos and all this stuff to your mind, you start to get tired. You start to doubt yourself. You start to worry. This, you know, illusions, this, that, all this stuff, right? And what you think, sorry, my feet fell asleep. What you think comes into fruition. Protect your temple, your conscious and subconscious mind, right? That is one. That's like married, right? That's your balance. So if they're off balance, and also by what you're listening to, They try to fuck with frequencies too. Some of us pick up on that. So, there's ways to transmute that. A lot of our gifts are heightening. So you're going to be smelling. I feel so sick. You're going to look, you can smell a fucking, someone with a bad spirit, they stink. It's like Pigpen walking around. What does it say next to, cleanliness is next to godliness? You ain't going to be walking around smelling and looking like Pigpen. Like fucking people with bad spirits gonna smell like mold. You smell like fucking. It's just disgusting. Like cigar. Like just you'll know. Just dirty, right? And pay attention. Instead of talking, listen. People are going to. They're gonna tell on themselves. Bible, no. I mean, you could read the Bible, but actually knowledge is within. A lot of people are stuck in that, whatever it is, that box. No. Don't come on here. I already know what that is. We're not going to go back and forth. I don't do religion. I'm not going to go back and forth. This is my channel and I speak what I speak. So if you don't like it, then get off of here. Go start your own channel, right? I'm multi-diverse. I'm not racist. I don't do religion. I don't do politics, right? Yeah, it's your spirit. So if you're coming in here with that, I already feel your energy, okay? My gift's heightened. I can feel, when someone has to come in with the ego. I am this, I am that. I'm not here to prove nothing. I ain't on here to judge nobody. I'm just saying my downloads from the Most High. If you want to break these generational curses, if you want to break out that chain, wake up, wake up. Time's ticking, and it's very important right now. So don't give up. Get up. Don't feed them your energy. Stay strong. What do I say all the time? They're gonna try, especially like air sign. I mean, especially with air signs, they try to fuck with our minds because we're thinkers. It's the truth, though. It's the fucking truth, man. I got so many downloads because I haven't been on here. I'm like, you know me, because I'm Gemini. I'm like, I'm all over. But it's the truth. You know what else? So I had the dream of, it was the one with John Travolta. So it was, I was in like a back room. So it was like, how like you're watching like in a movie. So I was back there and count money, like, and the money things like in the back of a strip club or, like the mafia things. But in the front was a big, huge church, right? And then, but in the back room, and then John Travolta comes in there with a crooked wig, like up to here, and he's laughing. They're like, these people are dumb, right? And I was like, John Travolta. But then it reminded me, so I'm like, what is that? Why with him? And it reminded me, TV. I don't know why I got that, because everything, people, what they're watching and what they're conditioned to, TV, who rules that? That's a frequency, and that's who rules that? The devil. So if you're sitting there watching this stuff and what you put into your mind, your conscious mind, which transfers to subconscious mind, that's your reality, right? So you're ruled by that. So they're sitting there counting the money and be like, man, these people are dumb. It's just crazy to me. But yeah, and they're laughing like, people are dumb. It's crazy because, like, look, I grew up. It's just some people are just stuck in that paradigm. They can't come with you, but yet they're out there judging, hating, and look, man. I suggest you educate yourself, but a lot of us, we've done the work and we're like, what the frick is it going to end? Or, You know what I mean? But we're at the final thing. So all these things that you've been through your life, you know, you go to the store, someone's always staring at you, someone's always fucking with you, you know what I mean? Or like, no matter what, like, there's always something. There's something. That's because you have a big purpose. you it's always going to be like that, but you are protected. But once you remember who you are, you know, they can't do anything, you know what I mean? But they want, that's what they try to project, fear, and keep you by yourself and cast that. So once you know, get through all that, it's like a walk in the park. You see through that shit, you're like sit down, right? It's because you're a threat, not only in the 3D but in the spiritual realm. Yeah, 911, we hear. So you will always be provided for. And actually, once you break those chains, those curses, that's the generational curses. You know, a lot of us, you know, have been taking karma on for family members, past relationships, stuff like that, right? It was in your karma. You know, we've been taking on other people's karma. Go on. Stop it. Let them deal with it. It's not your problem. It's not your problem. Because once you do that, you're breaking those curses and hexes. And, you know, like I say all the time, is your generational wealth, your inheritance. You know, it's put aside because God's not going to let them take it from you. So if there's still some things that he sees, I'll hear that. If there's things that he sees something that you don't, he's going to put aside for your protection, you know? Yeah, people smell, you smell their spirit. Fucking smell like fucking pig pen walking around nasty. Houses, like, they just don't give a fuck. They just walk around, they just like have people, they're just like zombies. Spirits jumping in and out of them, using their bodies as vessels, the jumpers. That's why I say, you know, there'll be guys at work like, oh, you know, I'm going on a date with this girl. So, oh, do you like her? Not really. So what the fuck you wasting your time? Like, why? What is it with people? You're wasting your time. Okay, so for sex. So you guys realize that energy that you don't know that person. That's like, if they have a demon attachment, that could also mean STDs. That's little t. Yeah. STD means sexually transmitted demon too. That's transferred. So if y'all just sleep on this hoe and that hoe, I mean, if you guys want someone's first streets, go ahead, but you don't understand what you're doing. Not only are you taking on their energy and the people that they slept with and blah, blah, blah. Now, and then you wonder why your money slowed down. You wonder why, you know, there's problems. You wonder why you have anxiety. You wonder why all this stuff. Protect your temple, protect your house. What you let in, what you're watching, and quit hexing and cursing yourself. Some people say, oh, I'm bad, I'm ugly. No, you're not. I'm strong, I'm beautiful, I'm handsome, I can do anything. And if there's something you want to work on, then fix it. But when you're constantly speaking down on yourself, then that's what you are. Because you're putting that's what it is. You guys understand how powerful we are? That's why I said, watch your words. When we pray, it's powerful. So is when we speak. This is our sword. You know, it is the most powerful what we speak. And once you know that, I don't care who's saying this and that against my name. Guess what? I use my words for good, and I know how powerful I am because I am the light and I am protected by the Most High. Light always wins. So fucking, why do you think they all got team up this and that? I'll shut that shit down with one eye open and one eye shut. Know your strength. Speak. Why do you think, you know, feel like, oh, I never thought to pray out loud, or I have a hard time speaking? Then work on your throat chakra. Because They want to, you know how like before, like when I was saying, I'm like, it just won't come out. It was like stuck, right? I'm meant to speak. I'm an air sign. I'm Gemini. I'm Gemini, Taurus. I got Libra. I'm an air trine. 333. Send a master. You know what I mean? So I'm supposed to speak. And I wanted to keep that stuck. So I kept working on. Quit worrying about other people's opinion. I don't care where I'm at. I'll rebuke someone to their face. I'll say who the fuck are they? Our words hold power. They speak everything into fruition. I'm abundant. I speak back what's mine. Right? I speak back what's mine. I rebuke any hexes, curses, blah, blah, blah. I call back all my energy. I call back what's been stolen from me. I put a hedge of angels. I put on my full armor. I call my angels and ancestors. Thank you to the Most High. Stay thankful. Talk to them all day. Right? I come against any curses, black magic, you know. You know, if you feel like you have a hard time speaking, then you ask, say, help me to speak. And there ain't no right way or wrong way of praying. I just talk to them all day. Hey, what up? Just like I'm talking to you. If you're feeling you don't know how to ask, help me to speak. Help me, you know, in every area that you're lacking. Help me to see, right? Ask and you shall receive. If you don't, you know, that's what it is. Speak it out loud. Speak it into fruition because that's what it is. Do not doubt yourself because that's the truth. If you don't believe in yourself, then I mean, anyone could just sit there and talk shit. You know what I mean? I am. God said I am, right? He's a creator. If he's within you, so are you. I am a creator. You know, I'm this, I'm that. Right? You can create whatever you like. The illusion is that you can't. And watch your life change. You're like, yeah, well, I don't know. Well, it's a process, right? It's a fucking process. But once you pull that bow and arrow, remember in what was that movie? Hunger Games. She shot the arrow and it, you know, the Matrix. I did see the Matrix. It looks like honeycombs. I saw it before. Like it was over my house. There's someone in my house, and it's actually over. We had to get rid of it along with some portals, but whatever. But it's an illusion, you know, like you can put your hand through it. It's just an illusion, right? Once you see past the illusion, you got the bird's eye view. You know what I mean? You see everything. You're not going to be fooled by the bullshit. Anything that brings, you know, chaos or unease, anything that's not peaceful, anything that, you know, you're confused about, then it's not for you. If you have to second guess, listen to your intuition. We all have, we all have gifts and different gifts, but, you know, we all look at kids, they're intuitive before they get mucked up by, you know, everything else, you know, they block it with the bullshit. But the more, you know, and then as an adult, we have to get rid of all that shit, right? Clean house, clean house, clean house. Then you see, you know, you can see, you can make better choices. You just know, you know, and it's all different for all of us, you know, how we get our messages and this and that. So for anyone to say, well, how does she do that or he do that? It's not, who gives a fuck? That just means they don't understand because they're still stuck in illusion, right? Who cares? They're just mad that it doesn't matter. That's why they have to do black magic. Black magic? Bitch, God has his magicians too. And guess what? We don't do shit in the dark or anything manipulative. You know, I can't say that word. Manipulative. We don't do shit with bad intentions, right? So we're the biggest magicians. But people who have to do stuff behind the scenes, like the man behind the curtain in the fucking Wizard of Oz, bitch, you this big, and you're like, we see you, you weak. They're all getting exposed, and that's why they're scared of us. Right? Shut us down. No, that's the shit's about to go down. So what I'm saying is stand your ground. Don't accept shit from people. Don't take it. Shit, I'd rather starve than God's not gonna let that happen. You know what I mean? So you're actually gonna get blessed more, but you're gonna get tested in certain situations, and then people have them come in like, oh, here you go, bitch, return back to sender. Take that shit back. No, don't even take it. Oh, you feel bad? You don't want to hurt their feelings? You're not taking their fucking shit, so they keep their binding spells. Fuck that. So, also too, just watch and then they try to, yeah. So they try to get you to speak against yourself, right? Hey, especially on here on YouTube, and the trolls come, they go like, this is like, I already wrote all this shit down. I'm gonna sell that book back to them, but they know that we are powerful manifestors, this and that. So they try to reverse it so that you say it. They tried everything in the book with me. I know months, years, days before they're coming. I see what they're doing. You can't play in my face. That's a lot of us. So I ain't scared of shit. I know I'm always going to be provided for. I know when to sit and be still. I know when to move. I know, when to address things. I want to be quiet. I know who I am. So it doesn't bother me when people sit there and, try to put jabs at me, because I know who I am. Right? So once you know that, you can't be fucked with. Yeah, we're going to have some stuff, but basically that's how you break the curses and this and that, and that's how you kill a demon. Fear kills them. There is no fear. Fear causes sickness. And what does it do? Why do you think so many people get sick too around this time? They're worried, they got so much shit going on, and that lowers your frequency, and sickness is an energy. So now you caught that energy, right? So now you're sick. You see what that does? How do you ground yourself? Go put your feet out. I don't care if it's cold out. Get barefoot, put your feet on the ground, go outside, put your hands on the ground, wash, keep your house clean. Speak over yourself. Sing. What you speak is. What do you focus on? Don't focus on, well, they did that and that's what they want you to do. Focus on, you're here right now. Wherever you're at is where you're at. What you're doing, right? Not what they did or whatever or look, you're here right now. What are you doing? What's your end goal? What makes you happy? Right? Strength to move forward. These are my old cards. I threw some of my cards away because I went through my stuff too. Like I threw away, I forgot I had some stuff like just fucking shit from, I didn't remember I had stuff from my exes. Threw it out like just dumb shit, or like family members who wrote fake ass notes. Stuff people gave to me that, have bad intentions. I threw all that shit out. Fucking walking around garbage bags, right? Just like little stuff I didn't even know I had. Like going through stuff, I'll fucking throw it out. Throw that shit out because that stuff holds energy. Clean house, get rid of that shit. It holds energy, make room for new. And actually it feels really good. Like the energy is like, whew. Keep your house clean. Next to, godliness is cleanliness. Clean, clean, clean. You see someone walking around messy, this and that. I mean, smelling bad. Just say, So, I hope that helped. I'm pulling cards today. Guys, thank you for hitting the likes, subscribes, and shares. Thank you for your donations. That's gonna keep the channel going, but I'm not gonna be like on here before where I'm talking every day and showing up just to, I'm gonna be on. Oh, never mind. I'll wait. It's a mystery, but yeah, I hope that helped. Because that's the Wheel of Fortune is coming. See the magician, right? They wanted you like this, but no, you're like, bitch, please. We got this coming in. And they're pissed. Because they're like, here, they're going to try to come in. All the lying. For someone here, check your bank account. You can switch your bank account number. They're fucking with that. Keep it on lock. You hear that? Some with Apple phones too, they can just, yeah. What else? Yeah, let them have temper tantrums. So it's a mystery. It's a mystery. It's just like glitter. Nobody knows. I'm out of here. So, guys, if you'd like to donate, my cash app is $GAINS 2382. There's some cards that some people like sent to my house weird last time. I threw those out. So I do need new cards. So if you guys would like to donate, there's my cash app, or you could donate on here. I appreciate it. And yeah. So, but also too, I'm just like, I know my worth and stuff like that. I'm not going to be on here, and I want you guys to know that too. Pay attention to what you're putting your energy into. Money is a frequency. Money is energy. Money is energy. Okay. And not sometimes, but money's energy. So are your words. So is you listening. So is you speaking. Wherever you put your energy, make sure, it's not going to garbage. You understand? And if it's going to the wrong place, then it's time to step back. Take your power back, right? Quit feeding these trolls. Quit feeding these, quit feeding them. Put it to the, pour it into yourself. Pour it into the people who actually, equal give and take. People who appreciate you because it's the equal exchange of energy. Whether it's money, whether it's, helping, whether it's, knowledge. It's crazy because me, and then there's other people on here giving like life-changing advice. And people are like, well, why would I donate? Why would I like the thing? You know why? Because they don't value themselves, so they wouldn't know, they wouldn't understand it. If it hit them in the face. You know what I mean? So why would I sit there and just continue to talk to someone when they're, you know what I mean? I love to help people. I love to help in any way. And if I can, I'm thankful for everything I've been through. I'm constantly learning. I'm constantly, I get direct message. You hear that shit? You hear that? Direct messages from God. And I share that with you guys. So to help lead you guys in the right direction to, save you from this or that or getting stuck. If you guys have questions or whatever, and I'm honest with you, I'll tell you, yeah. Did you hear it? It's like, whoosh. That's the truth. So I love y'all. So yeah, I know that they do this to all of us. They try to like shadow ban or put us like whatever. But like I said, it's nice on here because trolls know they ain't allowed to Hierophant. This is freaking. Some of you guys got new jobs, new relationship coming in. You got 2 cups. Magician again. Yeah. Remember who you are. Shit, most of us, we are the ancestors. Do you remember? Remember who you are. But your whole life, they've been coming against your character, telling you who you are, that you forgot who the fuck you are. Remember who you are. You're a leader, you're a teacher, you're a mother, you're a father, whatever it is, whatever your purpose is. You have a high ranking not only here on earth, but in the ethers. Why do you think they try to cut you to size? Why do you think they all want to gang up on you? They don't do that to people who aren't a threat. Thank you. So, you know what I mean? I'm just saying. So, some of you guys got a, windfall money coming in. That's on top of the deck. But, yeah. It's not going to be given to you until we have to go through these tests. You got a whole bunch of offers coming in. So it could be jobs, relationships, whatever it is. It's different for everybody. Remember who you are. Do you remember? In December. This is it, man. And something by the end of this week. Raise your vibe. They're going to try to bring it down, but you know what I mean? Just laugh at these hoes. You might find your forever person. Letter J. Distance. You or your partner might be physically or emotionally distant. So, some of you guys need to get more sleep. A twin flame cannot hurt you. So some of you guys are like, oh, that's my twin flame, but they're out there cheating and whatever, physically, mentally. We say, oh, that's not your twin flame. That's the karmic one. Teach your lesson before the right one comes in. So, conflict. Yeah, so some of you guys could be dealing with conflict somewhere. We already talked about that. Some of you guys could be psychic medium. Something's about to end really bad for those trying to fuck with your house, meaning your house here, or any kind of house. Or maybe, I don't know about y'all, but with me, they tried to fuck with my stability. And that can mean spiritual attack too. This is your house. Yeah, it's about to end bad. But it's time to get creative. So keep your heart chakra open. Get time to get creative because you're a strong divine being. Y'all, shift change. I can't read that. Because you mastered self-love. And for them, it's a missed opportunity. Because they're trying to create problems. What else? It's over. So you're going to have people brokenhearted, family members. People can get, we're going to come back. Oh, they're brokenhearted because they can't. So, yep. They're trying to ruin your reputation by gossiping and blah, blah, blah. So, nobody cares about them. You went inward for soul search and inner guidance, right? Instead of acting like them, right? Confession, someone has something to tell you. It's over. The sun is out now, but remember, keep showing up for yourself. Some of you guys could be air sign, they're dealing with the air sign. Toxic's trying to get back in your energy. So what did we just talk about? Okay, so it's a final. Look at all the stuff you went through. This is nothing. It's a walk in the park. Shut them down. Walk with a smile on your face. Unbothered. Don't take shit from nobody. Right? Take your power back. Something could happen. Yeah. Again, someone this week is going to try to cause conflict, but remember that's how they take your energy. So, you know what? I just made up a song. I'm not gonna do it. You know what song that popped my one boob leads to another. What is that one thing? We're talking spiritual. Something about the danger zone. Yeah, they're just mad because they got burnt by the sun, burnt to crisp. Yeah, someone wants you back. If they did anything to come against you, if anything, abusive, whether it's how they spoke to you, whether it was spell work, behind your back, mistreated, don't take them back, right? But you're protected from the Most High. They're blocked from coming towards you. Expect the unexpected. Something about a coworker, maybe they have a fucked up wig. But you can achieve great things because you have the Midas touch. Every time they attack you, they lose money. So that's the truth. I'll pull some more. What do we need to know? You ain't got shit to worry about, that's for sure. Something about Saturday. Something about blackmail. Who cares? You're being advised to fall back this time. Meaning, yeah, happiness is inner peace. So fall back. If you seem or trying to just fall back. Do you ignore them? Right? You can have Libra on your chart. Libra, Gemini. Look, I'm telling you. Yeah. So, or Aquarius, so have air in your chart. Yeah, trash. The trash is trying to keep you stuck. Since when do you put yourself in this? Right? Since when do you let the trash take you out? A boss or a manager is jealous of you. Who cares? Some of you guys need to get outside more. Walking to your car is not, outside. Get outside. Happiness coming your way. Anything else? Code red, pimp in distress. You hear that wind? All right, I'm almost done. Yeah, people got being childish. They're shape shifting, but divine timing. Someone say they're sorry, they can't replace you, but they can't even get a hold of you. So we got to keep going and keep staying unfazed. Because what this both God fell on top of the demons because we trumped them hoes. Right. Chaos agents. Reminder, do you remember? Look, some of y'all been here so many times. You are the ancestors. Why do you think everyone stares at you in the store? People follow you. There's always some weird shit going on. Why do you think that? Why do you think something could happen in July or someone's birthday could be in July? You guys expect a raise. Yeah, they're going to be in bad health for overindulging and bullshit. You guys are strong divine beings. Like, look, if you got Libra in your chart, I got 3 Libra placements. If you have Libra anywhere in your chart, you are the law. So when people come to you with that bullshit, I mean, we all have authority to call judgment on them. Like I said, who is in the room? Go back to Egyptian times. Who is in the room with God? Leo, Libra, Gemini. I got all 3 in my chart. We were in the room. Here we go again. See, just Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. That's what it is. So continue to take care of yourself, pour in yourself, and you know what? There ain't nothing wrong because a lot of you guys are going through ascensions and stuff. A lot of you guys did everything by yourself. They try to attack you while you're going through spiritual upgrades, when you have no one to go to, when everything's been knocked down, you're trying to rebuild and doing it all by yourself, right? You did that. Keep getting air sign. You know, you did that. So who gives? I got Cancer and air sign. But something about a car wreck. These people are mad because you are blessed and everything goes your way while you make it look easy. Remember who you are. But I also want to say we're not out here wishing bad on people. We don't do that. What we do, we let the spirit team as above, so below. Right? We let them handle it. Send them, ask for justice. Let the spirit guides, let God, let them handle it. Megatron's here, Michael's stepping in, Eminem. We all have different ones, yeah, but they're blocked. Something about Saturday and Sunday. You guys are protected. That's what I'm saying. These people, there is nothing to be afraid of. Do you understand? It's an illusion. They're scared of us. Scared of what? There is nothing. You know how you face your fear? You fucking step right up to it. There's nothing to be scared of. But if that's in your head, it manifests, it causes sickness. And then what else? Not even just sickness like that sick, but sickness when it's taking over your brain. Focus on what you love. Keep your heart space open, because if it's blocked off, that's God, right? That's blocking your sacred, that's blocking everything. That's blocking your manifestations, that's blocking your money, that's blocking your soul, that's blocking your purpose, that's your creativity. That's what they try to take your creativity. You know how they try to take your who you are, which is death magic, by keeping you stuck where you have to go to this dead end job here, right? That you forget even who you are and what you love to do. Get up, clock in. Not taking care of your health, not doing anything that you love, nothing. That's taking your paintbrush out of your hand, which is your creativity, because God is a creator. You are a creator. I am a creator. Take your power back. Find that balance in the scales. That's that Libra energy. Balance the scales within your life. Take your power back with no fear. Then you can step off that cycle, step off that roller coaster. Once you get past illusion, you could tap that glass. You know, the water's filling up. Don't freak out. Hit the glass. It's an illusion. You can step out anytime. You can step off the tractor anytime. You can step out anytime you want. It starts with here, but it starts with, they don't want you to know this. Why do you think the Bible, you see, Christians and that, I don't do religions. I think there's something to learn from each one, but we are all one. There is one Most High, and everything is your intentions, and everything is your heart, right? So if you're going to sit there and judge and say, that is that and this is that, well, it looks to me like you're one of them. Because I ain't walking around mad with bad intentions, with my ego I ain't got nothing to prove to nobody. We all different. You believe in this? Cool. I believe in that. Shit, none of us know everything. I don't want to, but I will, I'm going to help as many people as I can with the downloads that I get and the things I've been through. You could take that advice or not, but I'm not saying nothing. I would never hurt nobody, hex anyone, do nothing for clout, nothing for gain on myself. The only thing I want to see is everyone become healthy, happy, strong, and free. Free. You know how you free yourself? You break all those chains, you walk out the illusions, you quit. This is the Bible. This is the way. Guess what? Take that Bible away. That information's right here. Turn your shit off. Clear your mind. Pay attention to protect your throne. What kind of birds of a feather flock together? Look, because I would not be able to stand around a bunch of people talking shit. If they talking shit about this and that, what kind of grown adults do that shit? What kind of grown adults run around running the streets, cheating, lying, saying, fuck you, bitch. Like, I ain't gonna be around that shit. But if you see people doing that shit, that's that group. I can't hang around people like that. I just can't. So, I mean, use your discernment. That's who they are. And you know what? If you have Christ-like consciousness, because like I said, Jesus ain't coming down on a cloud. Okay? Neither is God. Christ-like consciousness is a higher knowing. It's a higher consciousness, right? You on a high, you see. The veil's been lifted, you know, right? Until then, people are down here and they choose to be there. If that's blind as a bat, that's what they want to be, fine. But I can't even have a conversation. We intuitive, like I'm out of college, meaning, you know, just my vibration, we ain't on the same frequency. Bitch, you know, it's like AM, FM. No, we can't, I can't have a conversation with a fucking baby. No. So don't get mad at me because you don't want to elevate or step out the box and you want to walk around with your ego and I'm right now. Okay, you're right. You're always right. I don't need to prove nothing to nobody. All I know is who I am and, you know, how I feel. And, you know, we can't tell someone how they feel because you haven't been through what that person's been through and the things that they've been through. We all heal differently. We all deal with things differently, right? So that's just all it is. You can't tell someone this is the way to do it. Did you live their life? No. People need those things, you know, for faith, you know, to help them get through stuff. But if their intention, if they ain't hurt nobody, you know, we all learn spiritually and heal ourselves differently. So for people to walk around like, this is the way of the Bible, and half the time they ain't even reading the Bible in the right paradigm. They don't even understand what that shit means. But there's many books, and actually, if you took all the books away, the knowledge is within, right here. How do you know this stuff? I just know because I listen and I get downloads. And, you know, it's called life. And I learn from my mistakes and I'm thankful. And I use that and that's just what it is. You know, I'm not like these people that, oh, you know, I've been through this and blah, 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 pity party, pity. Shut the fuck up. Go sit in the corner with the rest of them hoes. We are all different. And that's the thing. And that's the beauty. So if people just understand that don't matter color you're from, what country you're from, this or that. We're all humans. We're supposed to help each other. You know how strong it would be? And actually, you know, love heals. There would be no war. There wouldn't be people there wouldn't be people stealing and hurting each other. If, you know, they did the inner work healing and people were out there robbing and stealing. You know what? If we gave no one should go without food or house or this or that. You see people walking the streets looking for something. It's because they need something. Shelter, food, this, that. You don't know what happened in people's lives. I don't even care if they're fucked up and this, and that. You know, it's just like, you know what they try to do? Even the government, they keep them bound with, you know, by the state. We all need help, you know, but with the, you know, the SNAP and this and that, and they try to control that too, to keep you bound or keep you in this bracket. That's also a contract. That's also what we're talking about in the beginning. So it's like, you know what? It's time to look and, like I said, be creative. Start your own business. What are you good at? You don't need to go to school. If you're good at something, if you're a good cook, guess what? There's a lot of people out there that don't know how to cook and they need healthy meals. If you're good at making, I don't know, lotions and stuff, you know, most of that shit is what gives people cancer. And stuff like that. So if you're homemade, like, good for you. If you're whatever it is, you like to paint, you like the fucking whatever it is. You a singer, you write, you play music that heals, man. That's your heart. Money is energy. It's time for us to, quit letting a blockage. Who the fuck is the government? Do you know that they're sitting, they make people think that they're rioting and this. They're sitting in their house eating their steak and food like, look at this. And actually, you're feeding them energy doing that. How about look at this one? And I said last time, instead of going outside creating a riot looking dumb, you focus on what do we need to do? How about all these people? We put all our gifts together because we're all different. Food, houses, this, that. What do we need? Because we can't do it by ourselves. So if you got that many people standing out here with a sign, how about instead of making a sign to go over there, how about you just, make a blueprint and we just, like mustard seeds over here, here, here. How about that? It's time to wake up. Oh, we can't do that. I said, who? They don't have authority over us. That is a fear of what? A fear of, why are you scared of bullshit? Because light wins. When you work for the Most High, when you speak up, and when you got a whole bunch of people that got your back, and not only that, you got their angels and ancestors, spirit guides. You know how the fucking army is? You want to take over? Light wins. There's a shift. And that's why, look, some of us on here speaking the truth, they want to take us out the algorithm. I don't really care. That's why it's important to like and share so other people can see this to get the message out. Because the more of us, I could sit on my couch right now. I can sit on my couch right the fuck now. Prayer is powerful. I speak against this, How about I'll post on my community board. We'll pick a day and time. We can all come on here and pray. I'll pray, and if we come on here all the time, you know how powerful that is? All of us doing that? Watch shit change. People think, oh no, it's just it's not going to. You spoke that. That ain't gonna for you. But for those of us who know who we are and know that yes we can, words hold power. We're gonna come together and even if it's prayer. Because it's about to go down. So I don't know. I'm gonna pick a day and come on here and then just pray together. That's it. And guys, pay attention to your kids. What they're watching, what they're doing. Frequencies. They're putting frequencies in the air. They give you headaches, make you tired, and the fucking shit. Maybe, for a while, I feel like, especially this time, because take the fucking iPads away. They're fucking with the kids. Subliminal message, frequencies, especially now because people they're busy, they don't want to deal with it, they're tired. We didn't have that shit growing up. I'm 43. I didn't. Go play. Go find something to do. Period. I always found something to do. We couldn't even watch. I didn't watch TV barely. I mean, come on. Since when do you let the kids run you? They're teaching them to be like little narcissists already. If they don't get their way, then that's just y'all just setting them up for bad relationships. Like, take your power back. Teach your children. Generational wealth is knowledge. Pay attention. I'm serious, man. Wake up, y'all. Pay attention to what you're eating. Keep eating that shit. It's going to slow you down. Can't think right. You're tired. Then you're too tired to pray. You forget about it. You're too tired to pay attention to your family. You're too tired to, go work out. You're too tired to do anything that you love. You're just tired. Just tired. Get up, man. And I'm telling you, we all have our days, man. If you guys are dealing with stuff in your dream state, guys, make sure you pray before you put your feet on the ground. Put your armor on every day. Pray before you go to bed. Pray all day. Some of y'all need to get a dream catcher. Just, you know what I mean? Put get amethyst if you in your dream state. there's certain music you can listen to. I'll post something that really actually clears the energy, and it's you don't want the megahertz too high, but I'll post something that's really good that'll help you sleep too. Also, be careful in your dream states. Don't eat anything because, like, you know, with me, they try to astral project it. They try to like get me in there. So don't have sex with anyone in your dreams. Don't eat in your dreams. Be careful what you do in your dreams because that's actually just as real as here. Pay attention. Pay attention. Protect your throat. Protect your crown. Protect your throne. Protect your temple. Your temple. Right here. This is your temple. Right here. Right here. Your conscious, subconscious, your temple, your mind. Because if you do not have control of your mind, that's how they get in with that, you know, it's that horse, you know, one little thing comes in. Now what you think about all day, it just poisons your whole body, slows you down. And what you think about is then you manifest that shit. See how that works? Thank you. Pay attention to this message, man. You guys are right there. And, you know, they want to, there's also going to be, you know, tests and stuff, or they're going to throw obstacles in your way to make you, you know, doubt yourself, or like, you know what, this is never coming in, or to make you second. It's there. But you have to clean your house. You have to get rid of the fucking snakes, this and that. Take your power back. Remember who you are. Remember who you are. You are a strong divine being. You know who you are. If you've been fucked with your whole life, you've been through this, that, and that, fucking weird shit all the time, but you continue to heal yourself. You did it by yourself, right? That's you. You have a big, huge purpose. It's time to get back to oh, thank you. It's time to take your power back. It's time to take your creativity back. We create our own world. I am. And this earth is an illusion, right? They try to take your soul. No, you can't take it. I am. God's the creator. If he's within me, I'm going to create with the gifts that he gave me. I'm going to create. And, you know, that's what they try to do. They try to come in with bad relationships. So now you're worried about what this bitch doing, that bitch, and da-da-da. Like, we ain't got time for that. Or I'm just at this job and I'm still can't make, so I'm tired when I get home. I just hate it. And, oh, I'm just living a dream. Yeah, no. Or you got these people like, bitch, I'll go hermit mode. You know what I mean? And the other thing is, you know, quit having placeholders as relationships, because if you want a good one, you know, you can't have a fucking placeholder, because the right one ain't going to come in, and you can't love anyone until you love yourself. So, you know, God's not going to send the right one until you get your shit together. Otherwise, it's karmic relationship after karmic relationship. And I'm just saying, and that takes part of your sacral chakra, and that takes part of your creativity, and it takes a piece of your heart, and that's just knocking you down. So see the process? Work on you, make your fucking shit strong. After that, watch how shit's gonna, and look, you're gonna go through test after test, especially if you're a divine being, especially if, you know, you have a big purpose. But if you choose not to do that, then you could just be one of the regulars and like, oh, you know, just living a dream, and I don't know why everything's happening. Well, you chose that. You know? So unsteady wins the race, man, but you'll get all that shit at the end. Keep going. Keep going. And if you need to rest, if you need to sit down, you need to explain nobody, you get back up next day. Period. You don't need to explain shit to nobody. You just keep going. But you get up for yourself. Because usually that's how it is. Ain't nobody there helping us. We did it on our own. We got no support. Everyone that we thought was our friends and family are the ones that came against us. Right? But, I mean, I'm not going to sit here like, oh, my gosh, why they... I know why they did that. Because they're evil. They have a bad spirit. It's not my problem, but I'm not going to focus on them. Let them do... They're so focused on me. That's their waste of their life. I'm going to focus on moving forward. No matter what, I'm going to ride that wave. I am where I'm at, and that's it, period. And they can't come with me. But I'll tell you what. Those of y'all that keep strong and keep going and know your worth and keep going, you're about to get big, huge blessing real soon. And be careful. Yeah, some of you guys need to get out. Quit being, everyone's out to get me. No, not. That's a fear. They want to use past stuff as fear. Look, if you've been through some, I guarantee you there's thousands and millions of people that went through the same shit. You know, we gotta get out. We gotta, you know, like me, I'm supposed to speak. I could have went on, you know, quit coming on here like, you know, oh, I don't want to go on there because the fucking trolls and I don't want to deal with them. I don't give a fuck about them. I'm on here to help whoever comes across my page who's going through something that's, you know, needs to hear it. It ain't about those people. I don't give a fuck about those people. I don't care if they call me. I don't care about none of that. I'm not on here for clout. I'm on here to help those of us going through stuff because I've been through it and I'm real. Just like, you know, there's other people, YouTube's that they helped me through it. Right? Now I can pass that down. Like, usually most of the time when you're going through something, you don't have nobody. So you're looking for information or you're just whatever it is, right? Here. So that's why we need to support each other. The people on here that are messengers or just on here helping out of love with good intention. Support them. Hit the like. Subscribe. Donate to their channel. You know what I mean? Is it too hard? It's just, it blows my mind. Why would I? Sir, ma'am, for you to even ask that question, get the fuck out. And I understand some people don't have the financial. Hit the like. It's an exchange of energy. That's all. That's it. Otherwise, get the fuck out. Period. That goes in regular life, everyday life too. Use your discernment. Quit breadcrumb. If there's something you could help someone with and you know they're not out here doing weird shit, they're not a thief, they're not manipulating this and that, and all they need is this to get their business started. All they need is something fixed on their car to get to work so they can make money, or this is what they need, and you're able to do it, do it. Do you guys understand? You know, people just want to give, here you go. Like, what is this? What is one meal going to do? If I don't have a ride to work or, whatever it is, whatever the person needs, or maybe they just need, I don't fucking know, whatever it is. Maybe, I don't know. I'm just using that, but don't give them the fish, teach them how to fish. Give them, some people don't have the resources. Maybe you have resources that maybe you just got information. Maybe you just got knowledge. Maybe that person needs knowledge on this, and you have it like, oh, snap. That's all I have to do. Push forward. Boom. That person becomes successful or in a better spot. Then they're able to help the next person because they remember where you came from, and it grows like mustard seeds. Pay attention. We're not talking about, the people, who to help and who not to help. But a lot of times too, they attack the ones they want to keep us stuck because they know our strength. They try to separate us and, they try to turn everybody against you, this and that, right? Which they did to me, a lot of us, right? Fucking got out the mud every time, and I'll keep coming back. So, yeah, 2 cups. You guys got a relationship or job or new business, start that shit, yo. Some of you guys will be traveling soon. And it's a celebration. I'm seeing 3, 3, 2, 3, 3, 6, 7, 8, 8. That's completion, so. Some of you guys they wanted you like this. This is how they wanted you. That's about to be them. That's going to be them. Don't wish unto others if you don't. What is wrong with everyone? Like, who do people think they are to sit there and block shit at other people's lives? Oh, I don't like how they look. Oh, they're smiling today. Oh, they're in a happy marriage, or they have a nice house, or sit the fuck down. What is wrong with y'all? You're never gonna get that shit sitting there hating on someone doing hexes, curses, this and that because you're too worried about the next this person, that person. Worry about your damn self because they worked hard for that shit. Whether it's here. It's everything. And the outside comes. You got to work on here first. Otherwise, it's fake. Because if you ain't happy here, you can have all this shit. Ain't nobody happy. Quit worrying about your neighbor and what they got and they got. Because you know what? You're so worried about them, you ain't got shit. You don't even know who the fuck you are. I suggest you learn yourself. Go work on your damn self. Do you know who you are? Go find out who you are before you worry about the next person. Just saying. And then I'm done. Yeah. You're like, oh man, you caught us. Yeah, bitch. Pick up your own damn cups, fill them up. Because we over here like, don't come over here trying to grab mine. I remember when you trying to take all my shit. I remember when I had one cup, because y'all took them all. Now you're like, oh man. Yep. Shit's about, the death to that. It's the end of the cycle. So now, look at right here. This is coming to you guys, stability. Whether it's home, relationship, jobs, just spiritual, it's different for everyone right there. That's the truth. Well, they get the Tower. And for us, it's coming in fast. 10 of Pentacles, right? 10 of Swords in reverse. That's what they want. It's going right back. Return back to sender. So, yep, the angels are balancing that shit out. That's Libra energy because now they're under judgment. That's the truth. It's all done. So it's about to be a celebration, bitches. I hope that helped. I love you guys. Again, thank you for your likes, subscribes, and shares. So if the message helped you, share it with somebody. If you like to donate to the channel, it's linked in the description box, or it's a $GAINS 2382. All right, bye.